just wanted to briefly add some notes here at the end of the video. First of all, the fitment or the fork is off of mid-millennium or mid-2000s, so 04 to 07, most Yamaha motocross models is what you're going to be looking at here for this rebuild. Some things you need: 14mm Allen, 3/8 drive socket, half drive socket, or half-inch drive socket. 48mm seal driver and bullet is what I use. 19mm wrenches for the cap and the lock nut. Assorted screwdrivers and pick tools. Blue Loctite for the bottom bolt. Grease for the seals. Oil for the bushings. And then, of course, you need your oil, your seals, and your bushings. And then just some tips. Recommended oil. I almost always use 5-weight fork oil in dirt bikes such of this nature. In the manual it says suspension oil 01, and I think Yamaha's is actually slightly lighter than Maxima 5-weight, but I've always used Maxima 5-weight and never had a problem with dirt bike forks. Some tips: read the service manual and make sure you gather tools and supplies. With forks, engine work, you shouldn't start it if you don't have everything. It's just, you don't want all of this laying out everywhere for an extended period of time. Know the correct order of operations. Know the torque specs, don't guess. Make sure you record the suspension settings and compare them to what they should come from the factory at. Know the rider and the style of riding so you can custom tailor the settings to him or her. Always test ride the bike if you have the bike after the rebuild. And one of the most important parts about fork rebuilds, absolutely everything needs to be clean. Don't forget to measure the fork spring free length while you have the springs out, and make sure the distance on the lock nut at the top of the damper rod is a minimum of 19 millimeters. And then your oil level, that's kind of up to you. Extent of adjustment per the manual is 105 to 135 millimeters. I set him at 120.